Hi there, my name is Amanda Kaufman.
And I'm Chris Lavelle.
And you are listening to the Crush Method Show. Join us each week for ideas to help you move your coaching business forward into service of others faster and with better results.
We're committed to professionalism in coaching, and we want to help you get it done.
Hey there, Amanda here. These are some very special episodes because they are our audio trainings from the Coaching Client Creation Challenge. We decided to share them with you here so that wherever you are learning, you can do so from the convenience of your commute, or we can join you on the treadmill at the gym. Don't forget, you can access the audios and the videos for this challenge for free by visiting the link in our show notes. And if you prefer, you can join our new Coaching Biz Builder community and get all of the videos, audios, and worksheets unlocked in your members area, along with a bunch of other amazing bonuses. Just click the link in the show notes and we'll take care of the rest. Hi there! Welcome to day 4 of the Coaching Client Creation Challenge. My name is Amanda Kaufman.
And I'm Chris Lavelle.
And we're the creators of the Crush Method, which is the methodology I used to leave my 9-to-5 corporate job for my dream coaching business. And
then I used it too.
We like to joke Chris was kind of patient zero for...
Yeah, well, she did like the 4 or 5 things and then discovered the 5th thing that worked, and I just went and did the 5th thing.
He's very efficient like that. So if this is your first day with us in the challenge, I just want to say welcome to the Crush Method community. We're so glad that you're here and you're here to learn, and we just want to get into it.
Yeah, day 4.
It's day 4, and if you missed anything along the way, don't even sweat it. We got you. So down below in the resources section, you're going to find the ability to either purchase the recordings on their own, or you can go ahead and join the Coaching Biz Builder membership that we have for only $47.
And then you get all the recordings for free.
Yes, and all the worksheets, and it'll actually unlock the rest of the challenge for you as well, so you can watch it at your convenience.
That's the better deal.
That is the better deal. But we understand if you want to just get access to it. We got you. We got you.
We got you.
So welcome to day 4. And maybe you don't hold the title of salesperson, but if the business you are in requires you to deal with people, you, my friend, are in sales. And that's a quote by Zig Ziglar. And he is just the man when it comes to sales. Now, if this is freaking you out, because for some coaches, the sales conversation, that's like, run for the hills!
Oh, no, I don't want to be sold to.
It's okay.
You gotta find a happy place.
Yeah, find a happy place, because remember what we said on day 2 around client attraction?
Yep.
Reciprocity, the law of reciprocity means that we need to keep the flow and the energy and the flow of the give and the receipt moving, right?
Yep.
So that means that we as coaches, we need to not throw up blocks to people basically saying, thank you for your help and assistance, coach, and here's money, right?
And keep in mind that money serves a purpose beyond keeping your business afloat. It also enables you an opportunity to invest further and grow your ability to help others.
Exactly. And we're not going to ever be coaches that tell you like, oh, hey, you got to get the Lamborghini.
No, that's not our goal.
I mean, if you want to get a Lamborghini,
well, sure,
fine. I mean, we like cars, but we also, we live in the suburbs,
Yeah, if we have 4 kids, we have very simple needs, but what we do like to do is further our journey and further our message. And in order to do that, we need a successful business, which means we need sales. And so do you if you want a successful coaching business.
Exactly, which is why I'm so excited to dive into today's topic. But just for those that have joined the community just today, I want to make sure you know what to expect.
Absolutely.
So before we go too much further, we know there's going to be a few of you who are new to the community. So we just want to go ahead and welcome you. And hey, here's what to expect. We're going to post the videos for the rest of this challenge every day at 9 a.m. Central Time. So watch your email for a link. That's a Central Daylight Time. It's a Central Time, Central Standard, whatever time. It's Texas time, y'all.
And so when you get that link in your email, watch the training video, respond to the challenge questions, and then apply those questions and that training in your day and business.
There's that old adage that knowledge is power, and that's actually not true. It's applied knowledge that is power. So we really encourage you to take what we're telling you and run with it. Definitely do that.
Put it into practice. And here's what you can expect.
You can expect to learn something through this challenge. And even if we're saying something that you're kind of like, yeah, I get that, heard it before, maybe hear it a new way, right? Or think about it from another angle. Because the truth is that if we had integrated that, if we'd really applied it, then it wouldn't be, yeah, I know. It would be like, heck yeah, I know. Right? I'm doing it. So,
because that's the next key thing. Not only learn something, but also apply the learnings, as you said.
Exactly. And of course, you can expect that this is going to drum up support for your goals. We're in this together, coaches. We're in this to win this and to have way more impact and be in service.
Absolutely.
So thinking of impact and service, the mission of this challenge and really anything that we're doing, Chris and I, is that our clients need us to get better at reaching them. And that goes for you, that goes for us too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because we've realized that in the coaching industry, there is basically an epidemic of misinformation and a lot of fear and a lot of limiting mindsets and limiting beliefs that are keeping a lot of otherwise amazingly qualified, powerful, impactful, heart-centered coaches from being in service. And that's why we have to get better at reaching you. So thank you for being here. We worked really hard to have you here and we just appreciate it. But that's why we're also, Meta Moment, wanting you to do the same thing, right?
Absolutely.
There's a reason that you're here. And the thing is that we're all human. Us, you, your clients,
absolutely,
prospects, right?
And we all benefit from a challenge and social connection in that challenge. It helps us grow.
Totally. And we also know that a few amazing minutes of forward action applied consistently makes a bigger difference to your results than, say, for example, just a huge heavy lift every now and again and never picking it up and moving forward.
Now, we do need you to show up, and we'll show up every day for the challenge. That's how you're going to make the most progress.
So, thinking of progress, participation is encouraged. There is a chat roll below that you can leave your thoughts and comments as you're watching this video, or after you download the worksheet below this video, you can summarize some of your thoughts and share it with the community. Because when we share with the community, we learn from each other. It's social learning.
Oh, yeah. And of course, each video is available for 24 hours. So today, for example, the training video went up at 9 a.m. It'll go down in 24 hours, and the next training video will come up. So make sure you capture it in that 24 hours.
Exactly. So because of that, we recommend that you actually schedule 20 to 30 minutes per day to follow along with us.
And that gives you time for the training to actually watch it, as well as execute some of the worksheets, and then time to think about how to apply that in your business. And if you prefer to watch the training at your convenience, you can purchase all the videos and the downloads at the link below.
Or you can just join the Coaching Biz Builder, which is our membership program, and you can receive all of these videos and the downloads free in your members area. And in fact, it'll unlock all of the videos. So if you missed anything in the earlier days of this challenge, or if you just want to binge watch like Netflix, you can go ahead and do that when you join the Coaching Biz Builder. So with that, let's recap on something we talked about yesterday.
Day 3, yeah.
So yesterday we were talking about engagement of your leads and your prospects and moving them along this 4-stage process.
Warming them up.
Exactly. So do you want to recap for us what they are?
Absolutely. We talked about meeting people and getting into actual questions and discussions with them that are interested in them. Not so much about you, about them. And that gives you a chance through those questions to talk more deeply, to get to understand them and what they're wanting to do, and of course, help understand how to keep them making progress towards their big wins. That then leads naturally to a fit conversation where you get an opportunity to find out if there's a fit between what they want to do and what you can do as a coach to help them achieve those goals. That's really kind of, a fit is kind of another way of saying a sales conversation, because you're first making sure that you both can help each other, and then that gives you an opportunity to help them understand how you as a coach can deliver services to them, a sales discussion. And that lastly leads you to the most important part that all coaches seem to really love, understandably, and that's deliver amazing coaching.
So good. Thank you for recapping that. So just really quick, that's meet people, talk to people, fit with people, coach the people. That's how I always think of it.
I love remembering it that way.
That's how I remember it. And you know what's really cool about this framework is that if you don't have enough coaching clients, just start at the end of the framework and work your way back.
Yep.
So if you don't have enough clients, it's like, okay, how many fit conversations have I had recently? Oh, have I had lots of fit conversations, but nobody's moving forward? Maybe that's an opportunity to leverage what we're going to talk about today, which is the consciousness-based selling technique. What's your technique like in those fit conversations that's allowing people to move forward and not have you be friction in that process? Now, when it comes to delivering amazing coaching, honestly, most of the people in our community don't have a problem with this. They've either done a certification program, or they're in process in one, or they're enrolled in one, or they've just got the experience that they know how to approach these conversations to get great results for people. And that's what drew them into coaching in the first place. The challenge is usually those 3 steps before it, having really powerful fit conversations, connecting and talking with people leading up to that, so it's a very comfortable, non-icky vibe when you get into the fit conversation, and of course meeting enough people that you can progress people along. So today we're going to focus on fit conversations, okay? These are also called sales conversations, or a consult, or a strategy session, or a discovery call. These are all different words, and we love the term fit conversation. You want to share why?
Well, it's all about determining if there's a fit between what the client needs and what you as a coach want to be able to deliver, because not everybody is a good fit. And let's be honest, coaches, that works both ways. Not everybody's going to want to work with you, but you're not going to want to work with everybody as well. So you have to fit, and that's where fit conversation came from. And of course, what Amanda developed to help with that was the consciousness-based selling approach, which really is a less icky way. It's a way to warm up and understand the fit with the prospect in a way that's not gross, not kind of salesy. It actually leaves everybody feeling more heard.
Now, if you've ever been in a sales conversation, kind of a format or a fit conversation, have you ever felt that ickiness? Like, have you ever felt like awkward. You don't know how to maybe say, hey, I can help with that? Or maybe you feel a little icky about the price that you're charging? Or maybe, have you ever just sort of been worried that someone's going to kind of get mad at you maybe?
Or reject your ideas, like, oh, no, I can't do that.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Right? So here's the thing. I get that because I felt the same way.
Every coach has.
Everybody does. It's a rite of passage. When I started, I went 6 months after declaring, I'm doing this, kind of the I'm gonna do this. I took 6 months before I really seriously told anybody. And my first sale was to my best friend. Bless her heart. She spent $10 an hour, 8 sessions. And I think I still owe her those sessions. She didn't. She showed up for the sales call. She cheered me on. She said, "Yep, go girl." And that was that. So
you were a secret closet coach.
I was a secret coach, and secret coaches don't have
a business that succeeds.
No. So there's a little bit of we have to open ourselves up publicly, but not as much as you might think. I'm an introvert. Okay, so I prefer those intimate conversations that are one-on-one and understood than I do to necessarily the megaphone thing. Now, I'm more comfortable. I have practiced, gosh, how many times do you think I've been on video?
You've had over 1,000 calls with people, and you've been on video every day in some way, shape, or form for going on a couple of years now.
Right. So that's relevant to this stage, like today where I am. But don't measure yourself against where I might be, unless you're like further along, then yay, good for you. But if you're like I was at the very beginning, let's compare to where I was at the very beginning. I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know how to sell coaching services, and I didn't know how to sell when I felt like I was the big product. And here's a big secret. You're not the product.
Nope. The client is not there to buy you and your coaching.
And I hope you're not for sale. You're priceless.
They are actually there for a result that your coaching will help them achieve. That's what they want, the result.
100%. So if there's a big writer downer in this lesson, it's definitely focused on the results when you're speaking to people about potentially moving them forward with your coaching practice. Now, let's move forward. And I want to share with you the whole framework of consciousness-based selling. I'm actually just going to dish it. And I hope that that's okay. And I just want to let you know that I did make my first sale at $10 an hour. And I've also been paid in excess of $1,000 an hour for my services. In fact, I've sold packages upwards of $35,000 using the consciousness-based selling approach that I'm about to teach you. I used that approach in selling, like I said, multi-5-figure deals of coaching to consumers. So I'm not talking about selling to a corporation. I'm talking about working one-on-one with an individual on their life. Yep. And so if it's possible for me to do that, it's possible for you too. And I just want to make one little disclaimer here. My results are not typical. The average life coach makes only $46,000 a year. And frankly, I think it's mostly because they don't learn how to do this. Yep. So I'm really excited to share with you my approach to sales because it's not gross, it's not icky, it's not yucky, and it's really replicable. And that means when you can do it repeatedly, you can have some predictability. If I have so many of these fit conversations, I'm going to be able to make X amount of money. And then that gives you freedom, my friends. When you've got predictability in your business, OMG. How glad are you that I've developed that?
Total difference.
Absolutely. So this has taken me years to pull together this exact framework. I'm getting better even now all the time at applying it. But the principle is this. Everyone who comes to you with a fit conversation, in the back of their mind somewhere, maybe even unconsciously, they feel that you can help. So let's just start there, right? They feel somewhere in the back of their mind, this person might be able to help me. So with that, let's jump in to consciousness-based selling. I'm going to just teach you the whole framework.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Now, at the beginning of the conversation, people are going to come in a little on guard. And wouldn't you? Like if you came into a conversation that was framed as a consult or a strategy session, or you know that somebody has something for sale and they invite you to a conversation, don't you kind of expect to be sold to?
Well, a lot of people come into that, especially in our Western culture, thinking somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. That's how most people approach those discussions. That's not the case in this case, but that's how they'll start out thinking for most people at the beginning.
Exactly. So consciousness-based selling is a win-win approach. It's based on the law of reciprocity, and it's based on this idea that all you have to do as the coach is raise the consciousness of why that person came into your consult in the first place. So we're wanting to create what I call the difference, widening the gap, you may have heard this before, between Pain Island. So that is basically where your prospect is now. They're experiencing the pain of being in their current situation and getting their current results, and then contrasting that against their Pleasure Island. So Pleasure Island is where they'd rather be, right? It's just exactly like it sounds.
It's the result that they're looking for out of coaching.
Exactly. So the conversation anchors around what result are you getting and what result do you want? That's basically the fundamental thing. But the thing is that most people are walking around without full consciousness of what is causing the pain. What is it that they want to go for a result? Have you ever just sort of been exasperated because maybe you yourself didn't know what you wanted? Right?
And so you just went through day to day kind of, got to do this thing, got to do that thing, got to make the donuts, whatever it may be. You're just kind of going through life. You're not really making progress.
Exactly. That's everyone, honestly. To raise our consciousness and go, that's what I want, it often requires the skill of coaching. So in a way, your coaching background makes you an amazing salesperson, and you don't have to be icky about it. And the reason is that through your coaching, which is in this metaphor, the boat, your coaching is the process by which you're going to help ferry people across from their pain island to their pleasure island. So your offer becomes the boat.
It's the plan. It's the path from pain to pleasure island.
Exactly. And then what we do is we ask open-ended questions. So open-ended meaning this is like who, what, where, when, and carefully use the word why. So the reason I say carefully is we don't want to have a lot of judgment in our questioning. We just want to raise their consciousness and their awareness around what pains they are truly experiencing and what pleasures they are really, really desiring.
And so in contrast, closed-ended questions would be yes or no questions, things that have a one-word kind of response.
Is it this or this? It's very closed, right?
That's closed.
As opposed to, what is it? How do we do that? Who's involved? Where do we go? Those are open, right?
What would be the next thing you could do?
Exactly. So just remember, like you might have learned in your high school English about the about like news reporters. They always ask who, what, where, when, and why, and how, right? Who, what, where, when, why, and how.
Yep.
So just write those first words down, put it on a Post-it on your laptop. That's a Post-it, apparently.
Yep.
And just reference that so that you stay open with your questioning, which, by the way, is the best way to coach as well.
Yep.
All right. So starting at the beginning of the conversation, when you ask your first question, we're not going for the deepest single question that we will ever ask.
That's going to overload them. That might be a little much.
And they may not trust you yet, right? So you're using this as an opportunity to form trust. So at the very beginning, we want to kind of lowball the questions a little bit because they're going to be sharing with you the vulnerability at a superficial level at first. There's not going to be much of a gap between pain and pleasure because they're not going to be very attached to the pleasure and they're not going to be very motivated by the pain in the beginning. But that's why we keep asking the questions. And soon you're going to get to a place where they can identify with some specificity what is happening on Pain Island and identify with some specificity the positive change. And you continue asking those questions and you can bebop between the positive and the negative, the pleasure island and the pain island,
Yep.
until you get to the intolerable discomfort
Of Pain Island.
and the intense desire of Pleasure Island.
That's where they can almost sense it. They're very specific in what Pleasure Island feels like for them. They're really excited about it.
And here's a practical example. Let's say you're speaking to someone and they're like, I want to make more money. All right. So that's a very superficial but identifiable kind of a positive change, right? And so if you want to ask one more question, you could say, what would more money get you? Well, I really want to travel. So this is, again, more identifiable positive change, right?
Yep.
And if they're not getting that travel, a lot of people just stop there. Okay, you just want to travel. What I want you to do is I want you to raise their consciousness even further to do what Chris said and bring them into that moment. So, oh, you want to travel. Where's the first place that you want to go? Oh, I want to go to the Bahamas. I heard that there's a pink sand island there.
Yeah.
And I really want to visit it. Wow. When would you like to get there? You see, we're really painting this picture of possibility. If we just stopped at I want to travel more, their consciousness is not raised high enough.
Yep, absolutely. So you want to paint it with, as Amanda said, as much specificity as possible. Really get them to explain why it is they're engaged with that Pleasure Island. What does it feel like? What are the things they do there, kind of things? What are their expectations there? What do they look forward to there? Really make it visceral and real for them.
Exactly. Now, there's a lot more to consciousness-based selling than we'll be able to cover in a short training, like how you set up the call and how you go through the offer and objection resolution process. But just doing this, just building that intense desire versus the intolerable discomfort, that gap, when you then present your boat and invite them to come and join you as a coaching client, just this piece of it is the most important part of the sales process, and the rest is figure outable. And if you want more information on it, you can always check out the resources below. We've got full-blown programs that teach you far more about consciousness-based selling, as well as how to attract clients, etc. So you can check that out in the resources area. So here are some things to keep in mind when you're selling.
As we said earlier, no one buys coaching. They're actually there to get results. They're not there just to buy coaching from Bob.
Exactly. No one rolls out of bed and says to themselves, you know what? I need to hire a coach. Except for maybe coaches. And that's just because we know what it is. right? The vast majority of the world doesn't really know what coaching is. And that makes perfect sense because coaching is pretty closely tied to positive psychology, which as a discipline really only came about in the last 20 years, less even.
Yes.
So before that, everything was all about diagnosis and therapy and
finding out what's broken,
which there's nothing wrong with that. But coaching is different, right? Coaching is being about forwarding the action and being future focused. It's not about fixing.
Yes.
Right? So thinking of which, your prospects are not broken or deficient. They want to get to a goal and they're interested in finding out if you can help them to do it. We want to be very careful about not positioning ourselves as being therapists or psychologists or psychiatrists, because that's not what we are.
No, that's not coaching.
That's not what we are. So if we remember that we're working with people that they have mindset blocks, just like anybody else. Do you ever get stuck on a mindset block? Right? And that's the value of coaching is we can help them blast past that.
Now, don't forget to use silence. Silence is incredibly powerful. It gives the client time to process what they're thinking. And some people are very internal processors. You may not even see on their face or get an auditory clue that they're thinking, but they are. So give them the space for it, respect their right to think that through a little bit, and listen to the response when they do share it and respond. Ask a question if you need to make sure that you understand it clearly.
So good. And thinking of which, it's really important to avoid prejudging a prospect's desires or why they're motivated.
Yep.
This is a big area that we coach a lot in our Let's Launch Your Coaching Business program, is that we tend to bring our own perspectives and life experiences into our calls, right? One of the best ways to be successful with consciousness-based selling, is to avoid prejudging. And I learned this from my coach. She said, your barista at Starbucks could be a perfect client. You don't know what their financial situation is. You don't know how ambitious they are. You don't know, maybe they took the barista job as a break from, their multi-million-dollar something or other. And by the way, P.S., you don't have to be a multimillionaire to invest in premium coaching. I've had plenty of clients who make far less money per year than I do, and they still invested, and they still love the process, and they still remain very invested.
And they got great results.
And if I went in and I said, ooh, you don't make enough money, or ooh, you're not in the right demographic.
Or ooh, you're not ready to make that change that I think you're not ready to make.
Right.
It's not your place to judge that.
Now, legitimately, some people won't be ready for coaching. And that's okay. The consciousness-based selling approach basically leaves the decision in their court. And of course, if you're getting achy vibes from someone or you don't like them, I'm trying to find
that's part of that fit discussion.
Yes,
it's got to fit for you too.
It does have to fit for you. But as much as possible, try not to worry about what zip code they live in or what gender they are or how old they are or anything like that, if you can serve and you like them.
Because remember, the reason they're talking to you is that some part of them sees you as able to help them get the result they need. And that conversation wouldn't happen if they didn't feel that way.
Exactly. I love to just remind myself from time to time that things don't just happen, right? There's far too many synchronicities in the universe to ignore that. And there's a reason that they're speaking to you. It's your turn.
Yep.
Download the worksheet under this video and take a few minutes to work through the questions.
Summarize your new focus and selling style in a comment and share it down below. In fact, tag it if you don't mind with my day 4 response, how to sell.
Now tune in tomorrow for the training on 3 marketing processes that don't cost you a penny. And that's going to help you build repeatable systems to bring you more leads to sell your coaching to. Very important to building predictability in your business. Or if you can't make it tomorrow, you can get this entire series for free, including all the videos and the worksheets in your members area when you enroll in the Coaching Biz Builder. And by the way, in case you didn't know about it, we have recently launched the Coaching Biz Builder, which is our new community, and we'd love to invite you to join us. It includes a monthly live Coaching Biz Builder training session and Q&A that is designed to help you grow your business with confidence. And in addition to the live coaching, you get an exclusive membership to the Crush Method Coaching Biz Builder community so you can mastermind with other like-minded coaches.
And we also give you supporting worksheets, templates, and guides for each of the trainings each month.
Exactly. So you've got the live training and Q&A, you've got the community, you've got the supporting worksheets and templates and guides, and a members area. So if you can't make it live, you can access the past trainings and download the worksheets on your schedule. Because we know a lot of coaches are in transition from an old job maybe or another career. So we want to make sure that it's as flexible as possible to meet your needs. Now, the overall value that we're packaging in this is a $900 a month value. I really take care with my trainings to make sure that they're very relevant, to make sure that they're very actionable, tactical, and practical, and timely. Exactly. Now, our regular price for this membership is $147 a month, which is honestly still really fair.
Clearly, there's a big difference in the cost and the value.
Yeah, it's fair. But you know what? We know you're a doer because you're watching this video, right? So for this challenge, we are allowing people to join for only $47 per month. And that is your lifetime of your subscription price. We're never going to raise that price. And you can cancel anytime without a penalty. And there's no minimum commitment. But wait, there's more. Exclusive to this challenge, you're going to get the Coaching Client Creation Challenge, lifetime access to the video trainings and the worksheets, and you're also going to get the Welcome Group Coaching Session, which is a live session with Chris and I working on your biz. We're going to roll up our sleeves and help you get it done. And then we're going to do the Friendly Coach email swipe file as a bonus for you. So this is a 5 top performing nurture emails to make a great impression.
You've got great copy, so this has got some real value to it.
Absolutely.
That's going to actually get you started straight away with some emails you can start sending out to prospects.
These are the exact emails that I've used to send to people who later signed up with me for $35,000 for a year. So I really want you to be able to capitalize and leverage those.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, be our guest and bring a friend at the Crush Method Live. We're going to give you 2 complimentary tuition waivers to join us in Dallas at our next Crush Method Live to enjoy in-person training and masterminding and networking.
Yep. Always a lot of fun to meet people in person.
Absolutely. And so the total bonus value of joining the Coaching Biz Builder is going to be $1,750, all for the $47 membership. Now, you got to love this or pay nothing.
Yep.
And we're so confident. We know you're going to love this program, and we're certain it's going to supercharge your coaching business, which is why you have 30 days to kick the tires.
That's right. You have a chance to test it out, see if you like it or not. And in fact, we're so confident you're going to love it that if you don't, just tell us and we'll refund your enrollment.
Exactly. We're sad to see you go, but we were happy to be part of the journey. And by the way, you get to keep the bonuses.
Yep. So after 30 days, you can cancel anytime and we won't bill you again if it's not for you. But we really feel confident it's going to give you what you need.
100%. Now, you're going to get all of this for $47 per month because you would be signing up with this challenge. And just a quick recap, that's going to include the live coaching biz builder training session and Q&A each month, the exclusive membership to the community, the monthly supporting worksheets, templates, and guides, and the members area. So you can access all of this content completely at your convenience and even access past trainings. Now, including all of these fab bonuses when you join this challenge, we've got the Coaching Client Creation Challenge. We've got the Welcome Group Coaching Session, which is a live coaching call. You're going to have the Friendly Coach email swipe file with these tested nurture emails to make a great impression. You're going to get the 2 complimentary tuition waivers. And this is all if you sign up during this challenge. Now, we're also going to give you a surprise bonus of the 15 vital templates every coach needs. So I basically rolled up my sleeves and got to work making some templates for you in Canva and Google Docs. And these are going to help you with your onboarding. We've got a sample client agreement, which, by the way, you're going to want to get a lawyer to review your own agreements. We're not giving legal advice, but we're giving you a starting point and a boilerplate. And all of that is going to give you a total bonus value of $2,150. Just sign up below, and if you'd like to continue on in the free challenge, you can join us tomorrow for day 5. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey there, Amanda again. We hope you enjoyed this special challenge episode, and don't forget, if you want to get access to the challenge for free, you can join us at the link in the show notes. And if you prefer to join us in the Coaching Biz Builder monthly program, we'll unlock all the videos, audios, and worksheets in your members area right away, along with some other really wonderful bonuses.